my question about where does the learning occur, I think, is relevant here. The learning may come from the educational setting. It may come from the learning set or the learning group that are helping each other. But it also comes from action. So there's no learning without action, no action without learning. And that's easy to say, but it's a bit more difficult in some cultures organisationally to do. Particularly, when you look at power dynamics, you mentioned it, Alex, and working with some of the organisations that we're working with to put action learning into place in leadership development. They're very strong in terms of analysing a problem, gaining knowledge, doing what I would call the kind of sky-type research, which is looking at existing knowledge from experts or from research. The challenge is actually then saying, so what? So what am I actually going to do about this now? Taking some action before my next learning set meeting, and then coming back to the learning set and saying to each other, so how did it go for you? And so there's a cyclical approach here where there's learning happening, in the community of the learning set or learning sets, if you're doing this organisationally with lots of action learning happening. And there is learning that's happening through doing things, trying things out. And if you're in a culture where the expectation is the answers to the questions about knowledge because you are an expert, it's often the case that people sort of want to perfect, in theory, what the kind of best answer will be through discussion, but fail to actually get to doing anything about it. So I see it as learning may start in the learning set and then go into the world of work, or it may come from the world of work and the problems that people are working on, usually multi-faceted problems. So they're human problems, there might be project management problems, might be financial, and we turn those problems into questions and accept that they are multifaceted and they're messy and it's chaotic and there are power dynamics and all of these cultural challenges. We work with all of that, and from trying things out, trying to do something differently, we're able to come back to a trusted group and share our experience and go through that cycle.